Okay, today is my first blog. Yes, thought I'd walk my dog Chelsea. Lost a sniff today, it rained yesterday. Anyway, I'm going to throw some random thoughts out here until I get some kind of groove regarding answers. But the reason I was considering this project specifically was thinking of life in terms of an hour a day. Originally, I read this in a blog, who I will put links below if I can remember where it was, but basically it said the measure of a man, and how if you see somebody who's very accomplished, what do you see? And this individual saw an hour a day on some project or long-term campaign, and it was the accumulation of those hours that made them a great person. Now, I thought about this for a while. There also was some mention of doing something for 6 months, whether it be write a blog page, because that would be about an hour, or at least a rough draft, or perhaps write 3 pages of a book. That would be an hour. Or some other project. Recently, I made the decision to do an hour of work on my business, but I'll be honest, I was struggling because there was no real long-term project to work on. So I was kind of falling down into doing administrative, answering emails, etc., doing payroll, and it really wasn't, I believe, the intention of an hour a day. And it has occurred to me that this hour is probably something more along the lines of producing something and in the more creative side of the world. So the world is very creative, or a creative project, I mean. So this is where the video blog comes in. I'm thinking I can walk my dog and just talk about a certain topic. If I post that, say, each working day of the year, that's upwards of 250 15-minute video blogs per year, which I thought was a great idea. Looks like I have to pause here. I have to say, it's one of the nicest days so far this year. If at the very least I get to have a great walk in a beautiful environment. Guess I can't ask for much more than that. So, back to the hour. The next level for the hour was to have projects and campaigns. And a project is a shorter term thing that may take you a month or two. And a campaign is a longer term goal. And if I recall the campaign correctly, those are the things that are more moonshot ideas. Like, not totally impossible, but there's a level of difficulty and potential for failure.
Morning.
Morning. Trying to make a concerted effort not to film anyone else because of the distraction potential. And quite frankly, it's not fair unless I ask them for permission. So a campaign, a project, 1 or 2 months out, maybe starting a new blog and all the preparation, or Can be something for your business. Hell, I suppose it could even be a renovation on your house, a small one. I think it's more related to your business, so you make a decision to go somewhere new and try something new for your projects. Perhaps travel a bit and do a travel blog. She just likes to play. She's safe. I'm just not entirely convinced if she wouldn't walk into the water and make me have to go get her. So it's just easier to keep her on a leash. She does well down the beach though. Okay. Guess I'm not the only one who thought it was a good idea to be here today. Funny, the last 4 or 5 times I've been here, maybe only met one person. So, from this perspective, my short-term project is to try this for a month. And if it's something that I can get a passion about, then perhaps it becomes my campaign, or becomes like a year-long or multi-year project. Several things I'm thinking about. This is just the effort it's going to take every day. It's funny, as you get older, you seem to lack the energy to do things that you used to have. Although part of that's family responsibility, and definitely a part of it is you're not scatterbrained though. I'm going to say the average 20-something is pretty scatterbrained and has lots of distractions. It's kind of when they're in their mating cycle, and a good chunk of their life is basically just trying to meet somebody. Okay. Continuing on this very busy day for this trail. But I imagine it creates some interest. One thing I could do as a personal thought is perhaps find some software that can blank out the faces. Although I'm not entirely sure how difficult that is to use. It'd be just one more thing to deal with, but I'll keep it in mind. So, my thoughts on this video blog are: set up a new YouTube account specifically related to some chosen title. And then use iMovie to do some editing and go from there. And in a month or two's time, if it's something I think I can really deal with or want to do. Morning. Then I'll have to research different products. I was even thinking of using my motorcycle and video blogging that way, which is something I was really interested in a few years ago. I mean, watching, not doing. Anyway, I think I've met 5 times as many people as I normally do on a given day here. I'd be lucky to meet 2, and I've met 10 so far today, so makes you wonder if the law of attraction is really real all of a sudden. In a good way, I mean. This is where you see how much out of shape I'm in. Look at that. 10 caterpillars everywhere this season. Just hanging. Came home a couple of days ago. Leaves are destroyed, see? Came home a couple of days ago and was pulling into my hair for like 3 hours. Which you wouldn't think is too bad, but essentially it becomes gross after a while. You know, I begin to see why everyone's here today. Probably one of the most beautiful days we've had so far. Final stairs. Yeah, 10 caterpillars everywhere.
There are millions of them, I know.
Well, they're almost washed away.
Oh, good, because I haven't come for a little bit.
Oh.
The last time you were covering everything. They were in my hair.
Yeah, I was here a couple. I was here a couple of days ago when I was pulling them out of my hair for the next 2 hours. I finally took another shower.
Bring them home too. And I'm like, oh, I was getting really.
Chelsea.
They were everywhere. They were Warden Woods and everything.
It must be the season. It's like everyone's out today. This reminds me of living in Vancouver. The other day it was raining and the streets were empty, and the instant the rain stopped, the streets were full. It's like everyone was waiting by the door. I hate to say it, including myself, just to get outside when the weather changes. It becomes nice. Interesting aspect of human nature. Okay. So, my first idea for this project was to just turn on the video for this park walk. And I think I'm done.